What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's new hair system day. Today we're gonna be going into HairClub. Actually, they said that they wanted to fit me with a new hair system, so we're gonna see what they got and what the shizness is with the business, and ultimately, see how this puppy holds up. So it's the morning of right now. I gotta figure out what kind of hairstyle I want. So how about we look at some of these together? All right, let's see. Trendy hairstyles for men 2021. Let's see what comes up, shall we? Let's go to images and see. Ooh, this is a winner right here. Maybe we should do in this one, huh? This is definitely a moneymaker right here. Okay, but seriously, probably not something like that. I'm thinking that I want to do something that's maybe a little bit more, like a little longer than what I have right now. As far as the bangs, this is cool, but I don't have the side hair right now, especially for this type of look, so we're not going to do that, but let's keep on looking. This is really cool, but right now I don't have the length on the sides of my head to go for this, so we're going to have to opt out of that, unfortunately. Yeah, right now my hair is pretty short, so there's not a ton of options that I can do, but we can wait, hold the phone, guys. Okay, how much would you pay me if I rocked this hairstyle right here? Unfortunately, that was kind of the hairstyle that I rocked when I was a teenager for a little bit. Not proud of it, but just being honest for the boys. All right, so I'm gonna try entering in something a little bit different. Let's try medium length, trendy hairstyles, men, and see what comes up here, Gerbide. Okay, I brought in this before to a stylist and tried something like that, but this was back in the days when my hair systems, like during the days of the supply train breaks last year. So it didn't have the right density for my units. They were too heavy and they just didn't look that great. But I don't think I want to go that long. Something like that's cool, but not really what I'm going for at this moment. Yikes. He's actually a really good actor. I'm excited for him to play Batman. That's a whole other story. But I really enjoyed him in his last movie that he did, which was, what was that, Tenet? Yeah, he did really good in Tenet. Let's see, what do we got going on here? Brad Pitt, you fine, man. So something that I kind of want to look for as far as a hairstyle is something that I can kind of grow into a little bit more on the sides of my head. I do want to get it a little bit longer. Again, it's winter time. Just try something seasonally a little different. So that's where I'm kind of like leaning towards a little bit longer, but I don't know exactly what. It's kind of cool. I like this. He's definitely got thicker hair on the sides of the head, so it's gonna look a little different than me, but this is a nice look. I also like the fact that he doesn't have a fade here into his scalp, which I don't think I want to do that this time. I think I'm gonna try doing a different type of look than what I went for last time. So many looks, so little time. Kind of like this. I think it's something I could grow into. Similar to what I got right now, just a little bit longer up on top. So I think that we'll probably wind up taking that one into the shop today. This has a little bit too much volume for me. I don't really want maybe I should go with this one, guys. What do you think about that one? Yeah, guys. Okay, so this is what I'm going to bring into the stylist today, and what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to ask them to not have as much weight back here. I'm going to reduce a little bit of the weight, because with a hair system, it can look very, very like poofy back in here with extra weight. So I'm gonna ask them to just reduce how much of it that they have in the back right here to reduce some of that height, some of that volume back in here, which can be sometimes hard to control. The goal here is I'm actually like planning, a couple months out, like in through the winter, where I want to have my hair longer. That's where I feel like I kind of want to take it for this season, and this is going to be a good intermediary that my hair on the sides can kind of grow into, because right now there's not a lot. It's still growing back after having like a very, very close fade to my scalp, So this is going to be an intermediary step. And, you know, think about this when you're getting hair systems, when you're, you know, thinking about the styles you want to grow into. You don't have to get that style immediately, and you maybe shouldn't always, depending on like where your hair situation is now, but grow into it. Women do this too. They say like, hey, this is where I want to get my hair to, and they have to go through sometimes years of growth. So you know, this is something else that you can do as well to get the look that you want without having some kind of like weird, you know, like haircut immediately. That's just not going to work. Like you have super long bangs and there's not any hair on the side of your head. That's the look, you know, you're going for. So anyways, this is a look that we're going to go for, and then I'll be back in video form and we'll show you what it looks like after. All right, and here it is. So there is a couple things to note about this hair system that are a little bit different, that are a little bit of a change for me and for what you're used to seeing on this channel. First off, thanks to HairClub for bringing me in and hooking me up with one of these hair systems to give it a try. So this is one of their thin skin hair systems. This is a full poly unit and it is very thin. It feels like it's, you know, that 0.02, 0.03 millimeter thickness. And I believe that this hair system has a combination of attachment methods with the hair for one, realism, but two, for a little bit more longevity. This is what they call their light plus density, which is on the lighter side, probably lower than 100% density. If we compared it to a Levivid or a Lord hair unit, probably more around the ballpark of an 85 to 90% unit. If you look right here, you can see through the hairline. It's pretty good. I'm curious to see what you guys think of the hairline, what you think of the density, all that kind of stuff. You'll also notice that the hair is actually a little bit darker, and we did this on purpose. The reason for that is because my hair actually gets darker during the winter naturally. When I'm in the sun, my hair naturally photo bleaches and gets a lighter blonde, just like hair systems. Well, it doesn't get like red like hair systems, but during the winter, my hair actually gets to this darker color that you can see. So this right here is something that we're trying out, and I'm pretty excited to see ultimately like what happens in the future with this moving forward. I want to give a big shout out to them for, you know, hooking me up with this hair system. This is still, you know, day one, so it's a little bit poofy, and, you know, we're still training the system to figure out how we want it to work. The haircut is a little bit longer than the last one because I am going to be growing out my sides, and I want to have a longer look for winter. I am a little bit of a snowboard bum, so I do enjoy having some longer hair during the winter. Also of note, this unit is this has been put up higher on my scalp. You know, usually I kind of go right around here, and you can see that it's probably about 3/8 of an inch higher, which does give a different look. Now, I'm actually really curious about your perspective on this. Now, you know, the stylist, this is what she gave me, and I was like, oh, well, that's a little bit higher. My girlfriend thinks that's better. She thinks it's more realistic. She thinks that it's more appropriate, and now I have a 4-head instead of a 3-head. For me, it was a little bit uncomfortable when I first got it. It's starting to grow on me. I definitely see more forehead than I'm used to seeing, which is uncomfortable, but I'm still, like, the jury is out on it. I'm still waiting to figure out if I like this particular height for the hairline. That being said, this is also not a standard CC unit. If we look at it closely, you can see that there is some recession built into it. So it's a very moderate recession of the hairline. I don't know exactly what the name of it is that they use, because they have their own templates, but it's something that is definitely a little bit recessed, and I think that for me going forward, the height of the hairline is debatable. Having some slight recession built into my hair is definitely something that I want to continue doing. I think it's more natural and it makes more sense as I'm approaching, 30 years old here. I don't know how much these systems cost from HairClub. They gave it to me for free to try and to experiment with. So, I want to say thank you to them for doing that. If you do want to do a consultation with them, I think I can whip you up a code that I think will give you a discount. And I think that, you know, I get a percentage of that, but it will just be a discount for you if you take any of their services. But reach out to me on Instagram if you want that. I'll send that code to you directly. So big shout out to them. Let me know what you guys think about this, the color, the density, the hairline height, the hairline recession. Let me know all your thoughts. Roast me in the comments, do whatever you're gonna do, and we'll talk soon.